What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? I'm back at y'all with another video. Now, for this one, I'm going to talk about why Fast and Furious is a big action franchise. Now, you got fans of these characters, and you also got fans of the Fast and Furious franchise in general. But you got fans of Dwayne Johnson fans, you got Vin Diesel fans, you got Jason Statham fans, you got all of these characters fans that are fans of all these characters. You got fans that are fans of all these characters. And then you also got people that love Fast and Furious franchise, that's fans of the Fast and Furious franchise. And you also got the people that love both, all the characters and the Fast and Furious franchise. That's fans of all of them. So, yeah, and plus they're making a big universe out of this, and Hobbs and Shaw is coming out soon, and um, I'm excited for that movie. It's gonna be a good movie, and I'm a diehard Fast and Furious fan, probably one of the biggest, um, and I feel like Fast and Furious is just crazy action. Like, it's awesome. I watch it for entertainment. Some people was like, "Oh, cars shouldn't fight this guy, this and that." People argue about it, and it's the whole time. I'm like, this is what the franchise is all about. This franchise, because it's different than all these other action franchises. That's what I love the Fast and Furious franchise so much. And so yeah, and then plus they're making a big universe out of this franchise. They're actually, the Hobbs and Shaw spinoff might lead us into Fast and Furious 9. So we probably have to say until the end credits of Hobbs and Shaw, because they might introduce you to a new character to get you ready for Fast and Furious 9. So we probably got to stay for the end credits and stuff to get us even more hyped up for Fast and Furious 9. Now, a lot of people, this franchise could be confusing to some people, really, because let's face it, the first one and then the second one, the second one's sort of a sequel to the first one, and then you also got Fast and Furious, the fourth Fast and Furious movie, which just takes place a few years after the original. So it's kind of crazy how that all that stuff plays out. And Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift is in the middle between Fast and Furious 6 and Furious 7. So basically, Tokyo Drift is between Fast and Furious 6 and Furious 7. So it's kind of crazy how that stuff plays out and stuff. So yeah, I know all about Fast and Furious franchise. I watched it a bunch of times. I watched this franchise a bunch of times, and the franchise never gets old to me. They do something different and fresh each time. Yes, the first three Fast and Furious movies had a lot of racing in them, and then they're like, well, we can't do the same thing over and over and over and over again. But the point is, Fast and Furious ain't never just been about racing. It wasn't just about racing. If what some people don't understand, they had different stories that they told with a lot of racing in it. So Fast and Furious, the first Fast and Furious movie called The Fast and the Furious, of course, is when Dom and Brian O'Connor, they both first met, and because Paul Walker wanted to drive or something. Paul Walker was playing undercover, so he was supposed to try to arrest Dom and this and that. So ends up going dating this girl named Mia and stuff, which is she's Dom's sister, of course, and stuff like that, and that's how all that story plays out. And then they put racing in it, of course. Too Fast, Too Furious. They introduce you to Roman Pierce's character, and stuff, and they introduce you to him, and then they bring him back in Fast 5. Later on down the road, they bring him back. So, yeah, I love this franchise. Like, I watched each film 1,000 times. Literally, I could rewatch any Fast and Furious movie 1,000 times and never get bored of it. And knowing that we're getting Fast and Furious 9, there's probably gonna be another movie I'm gonna watch 1,000 times. And Hobbs and Shaw, it's already been a day one for me. I'm gonna go see that shit 50,000 times probably, because that movie looks like a good ass time. It looks like it's grab action from start to finish, and I cannot wait for Hobbs and Shaw. and I should have my review up for that when that comes out on August 2nd. So I cannot wait to see Hobbs and Shaw. It's gonna fucking be a good ass time. I cannot wait for Hobbs and Shaw. And you know, they do different stories each time. You know, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. This is the one that, you know, the first two Fast and Furious movies wasn't just about racing. They had racing in them, but Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift was basically a racing story. Literally, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift is basically a racing story. And see, they want to do something different each time, and then they evolve the franchise into something bigger. So yeah, the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. This is what got me into the whole franchise. That's why I'm into this franchise now. And a lot of people hate Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, but I enjoyed the film for what it was. You know, it got me to the franchise. I didn't see what everybody else was seeing. You know, I thought the acting was decent, but like I love the racing scenes. I love the action scenes. I like this film quite a bit. And Fast and Furious, which is sometimes they make it confusing, you know, but because, you know, the first one's called The Fast and the Furious, and this is called Fast and Furious. Why not just call it Fast and Furious 4, right? Or something like that. But in this film, you know, it takes place a few years after the original. I think like 5 years or something after the original. I haven't seen this one in a while. I'll probably gotta go back and watch it. Leading up to Hobbs and Shaw. You know, I already finished watching these three, you know, because I was gonna get my mind fresh on all these films because I hadn't seen them so long. So to dive deep into Hobbs and Shaw, I just decided why not watch all these. So I hadn't seen this in a while, but I remember a lot about this film. I love this film. There's like a crazy racing scene toward like the middle of the film or something, and then, you know, of course, Paul Walker and Vin Diesel becomes on teams again. They become, you know, partners again, and then, you know, how the story played out was crazy. The action, they got some crazy fight scenes in the film. This is the film when they started to kick up into high gear. Like, this is what it started getting really, really a lot more action. Was this film. And then you got Fast 5, and now this is the film that really kicked the action up to high gear. Like, this film has action from start to finish. Vin Diesel, Paul Walker's just whooping everybody's ass on the train, and then they introduce you to The Rock's character. It's just freaking epic. And then they got this crazy racing scene with them cop cars and shit. The whole team just was racing with them cop cars, and then you got freaking and you got Tyrese Gibson's character back. You know, the guy from Too Fast, Too Furious. You know, Roman Pierce got him back in it. They brought everybody back. You got Tej, Tej was in Too Fast, Too Furious. You got him back. It's like they brought everybody back in this film, and stuff. It was pretty awesome. This film this is awesome, and you got this crazy fight scene between Vin Diesel and The Rock. This epic fight scene battle right here. It's just freaking amazing film to me. And then you got Fast and Furious 6, which is they found out Letty was still alive. You know, like, you know, Letty died in, you know, at like in towards the middle of the part 4. You know, Letty dies and stuff. But, you know, there's like an end credit scene in Fast and Furious 5, Fast 5. Where they found out Letty was still alive. And in this movie, they explore that. You know, Letty's still alive, and then they introduce you to a new villain, like a super villain this time around, named Owen Shaw. And so he's trying to get Letty back, and then come to find out there's like a villain that's nothing to be fucked around with. And then and then this crazy fight scene at the end on this plane, and you got this plane explosion shit, and then you got a crazy racing scene between Dom and Letty. I like that scene too. This scene has a lot of heart. It was a good movie. I love it. Then you go to Furious 7, which they introduced you to Jason Statham's character, and Jason Statham's character is named Deckard Shaw, and this film has action from start to finish. I love action in this film. The action is off the fucking chain. I love his film, and Jason Statham was a straight batter. He's like, you fucked up my brother, I'm gonna fuck you up. You know, I'll fight The Rock, I'll fight Vin Diesel. You know, I'll fight all y'all. I want to destroy the fucking team. And the beginning just gave me chills when Jason Statham was like, take care of my brother. Everything happens to him, I'm coming by looking for you. And he got that badass music playing. I love his film from start to finish. And the freaking, like, this film is just a lot of action. You got Letty whooping ass in the film. Her versus the security guards. And she fights Ronda Rousey at one point. It's amazing film. And they showed love for Paul Walker. That's one, and then all the action and all that put together, and plus showed love for Paul Walker. That's why this is my favorite Fast and Furious movie, because it had all that tied together, and it's just an amazing film. Now next we have Fast 8, The Fate of the Furious. Now, you know, Dom turns back on his family because he had no choice, because of Cypher. Had Elena locked away. If y'all don't know who Elena is, she was in Fast 5 and Fast and Furious 6 and Furious 7. She, you know, come to find out, you know, when Letty was dead or something like that, Letty was dead, she was dating Dom. So, you know, come to find out, they had a baby together. In this movie, you find that out, she got locked away, but she ends up dying in this film. You end up finding out why, like, Dom had to try to save the baby and try to save her, but now he has to try to save the baby because Elena died. But he tried to save them both, but they just killed Elena off. So, yeah, and then that was an emotional scene right there. And then, you know, they showed a little bit of love for Paul Walker in this movie, too. One point where Tyrese Gibson, you know, Roman Pierce was like, Brian will know what to do. And then they was like, no, we can't bring Brian and me into this. We agreed on that. See, they showed love for Paul Walker in this film, too. And then also at the end, Vin Diesel named his baby after Brian. And that was awesome right there. A lot of action from start to finish. It's just really good. That's why this is my number 2 favorite in the franchise. And then plus we're getting some 3 spin-offs, and we're also getting Fast and Furious 9 and 10. So all those tied together that I just mentioned, all of those, that's the reason why Fast and Furious is a big action franchise. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share, and also hit the bell so you know when new videos uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.